The human is a rope stretched between the animal and the overhuman, a rope over an abyss, a dangerous crossing, a dangerous wayfaring, a dangerous looking back, a dangerous trembling and halting. What is great in the human is that she is a bridge and not a goal. What is lovable in the human is that she is a crossing over and a down-going. I love those who do not know how to live except that their lives be a down-going, for they are the ones who are crossing over. I love the great despisers because they are the great venerators and arrows of longing for the other shore. I love those who do not first seek beyond the stars for reasons to go down and to be sacrifices, but those who sacrifice themselves to the earth, that the earth may one day belong to the overhuman. I love her who lives in order to know, and seeks knowledge so that one day the overhuman may live. Thus she seeks her own downfall. I love her who labors and invents so that she may build a house for the overhuman, and prepare for her earth, animals, and plants, for by this she seeks her own downfall. I love her who loves her virtue, for virtue is the will to downfall, and an arrow of longing. I love her who reserves no part of spirit for herself, but wants to be entirely the spirit of her virtue. Thus she walks as spirit over the bridge. I love her who makes her virtue her predilection and her fate. Thus, for the sake of her virtue, she will continue to live or live no more. I love her who does not desire too many virtues. I teach you the overhuman. The human is something that is to be overcome. What have you done to overcome the human? All creatures have hitherto created something beyond themselves. Do you wish to be the ebb of that great tide, to return to the animals rather than to overcome the human? What is the ape to the human? A laughing-stock or a painful embarrassment. And just the same shall the human be to the overhuman, a laughing-stock or a painful embarrassment. You have made your way from the worm to human, and much within you is still worm. Once were you apes, and even now the human is more of an ape than any of the apes. Even the wisest amongst you is only a disharmony and hybrid of plant and ghost. But do I bid you become ghosts or plants? Behold, I teach you the overhuman. The overhuman is the meaning of the earth. Let your will say, the overhuman shall be the meaning of the earth. O thou, my will, thou change of every need, my needfulness, preserve me from all small victories. Thou fatedness of my soul, which I call fate, thou in me, over me, preserve and spare me for one great fate. And thy last greatness, my will, spare it for thy last, and thou mayest be inexorable in thy victory. Ah, who hath not succumbed to her victory? Ah, whose eye hath not bedimmed in this intoxicated twilight? Ah, whose foot hath not faltered and forgotten in victory how to stand? That I may one day be ready and ripe in the great noontide, ready and ripe like the glowing ore, the lightning-bearing cloud, and the swelling milk udder, ready for myself and for my most hidden will, a bow hidden for its arrow, an arrow eager for its star, a star ready and ripe in its noontide, glowing, pierced, blessed by annihilating sun arrows. O heaven above me, thou pure, deep heaven, thou abyss of light, gazing upon thee I tremble with divine desires. Up to thy height to toss myself, that is my depth. In thy purity to hide myself is mine innocence. The god veileth his beauty, thus hidest thou thy stars. Thou speakest not, thus proclaimest thou thy wisdom unto me. Mute o'er the raging sea hast thou risen for me today. Thy love and thy modesty make a revelation unto my raging soul. In that thou earnest unto me beautiful, veiled in thy beauty, and that thou spakest unto me mutely, obvious in thy wisdom. Oh, how could I fail to divine all the modesty of thy soul? Before the sun didst thou come unto me, the lonesomest one. We have been friends from the beginning. To us our grief, gruesomeness, and ground common. Even the sun is common to us. We do not speak to each other, because we know too much. We keep silent to each other. We smile our knowledge to each other. Art thou not the light of my fire? Hast thou not the sister soul of mine insight? Together did we learn everything. Joy to me, thou comest, I hear thee. Mine abyss speaketh. My lowest depth have I turned over to the light. Joy to me, come hither. Give me thy hand. Ha! Let be. Aha! Disgust, 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 alas, to me! O blessed hour of lightning! O secret before noon! How charming it is that there are words and sounds! Are not words and sounds rainbows and elusive bridges between things eternally separated?